what advice do you have for folks? Like when you think about the advice that you like to give younger people who are earlier on the journey as they're trying to move in more of a level 4 self-authored groundedness, making the difference they want to make, do you have any advice for those folks?
A couple of things, Keith, I would say. One is don't run from the crucible of suffering and difficulty. Lean into it and listen for what you need to hear, um, and the lessons you need to learn in order to grow to get to the next place. I think those are important. It's important for us to learn what we need to learn in the crucible of suffering or disappointment. But also, if we lean into it enough, know that it can lead us to reimagine the future. Because when we have loss or disappointment, we have to reimagine a different future because it's not what we had anticipated, because it's gone, or the expectation's been lost. But reimagining the future can also lead to creativity and innovation about what needs to happen next in one's life. My firm at the time did the search that replaced Steve Jobs after he was kicked out of Apple. And we did the search to replace the guy who came in, and he didn't do very well. And of course, Steve Jobs came back, and the rest is history, and resumed his rightful place. But to say that failure is not final, and that in the crucible of suffering and disappointment and tragedy, or just being in situations that stretch you, lean into that and find out what you can learn and allow it to help you reimagine a future that you had not anticipated would come forth as a result of those experiences. I mean, none of us want tragedy, death, disappointment, divorce, sickness. But even if you don't have those, how do you allow yourself to be in situations that will stretch you to go to places and do things that you thought you could never do? I've seen people take jobs in other parts of the world to learn a new language and culture and come back stronger than ever before, because they've allowed those experiences to help shape who they are and take them to another place. So it's leaning in, and to use your term, self-authoring. How do we own what we've been dealt with, and find a way to grow from it and reimagine a future that looks different than what we just experienced, that could be life-giving and energy flowing. And you and I know it will bring these qualities of empathy and humility and resilience that are needed for this life and beyond.